that came from stones. So here it is that we have the eye, right? And this is, what's the depiction? The idea is that this is our inside of our own brains. Right in between the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere, this is the actual picture of an actual brains, right? Human brains, right? So it's similar to this. We have Ayit, Nu, An, En, Chet, Neb, Ta, right? And we have En, Un, right? So now this is now speaking about what? The different hormones that are secreted from this here region. In the brains, is a control where this is a chemical center. Electrical signals are sent from this area, the same place that looks like the eye, right? That's another picture of it, sent from the brain. These are the different parts of it. These are the names of different chemicals that is sent from the brains, right? And these chemicals have effect in our actions, in our reactions. Depending on the level of them, it affects how we function, feel, and operate, right? So here it is, these chemicals comes from this part of the brain and goes out into and functions. It operates how our body moves, right? So now, there's a particular area called the pineal gland. Pine. Now, this here is a similar shape while we have the Christmas tree. Because here, there's an area that's called the pineal, shaped like a pine. And this Christmas tree is used to remember and to commemorate this part of our body called the pine. Alright? This has to do with night and day cycle. That's why there was a song about silent night, holy night, the longest night, while you're burning love within the night. Okay? Something that has to do with our energy or melatonin that works in the night. Right? So, right there, this Christmas tree that we're celebrating, it has to do with this. Now, there's an area right behind the brains that's referred to as arbor vitae, means the tree of life. Now, chemicals. These are the different chemicals that comes from within our own frame. This is the temple of the living God. This is the house of the true and living God, the Most High God, the Creator God, the God that makes everything out here. We didn't make it, we don't know how it's made. We're just in it, we're partaking in it, and we give thanks to the opportunity to be in it. If it gets sick or it breaks down, we may not even know how to repair it, because I've seen it happen multiple times. So be grateful when you have a nice functioning, operating temple, living temple, and treat it well, right? These are the different chemicals. The word chemical comes from chemist. Alright? So chemist, these are chemicals, come from chemist. Chemist is the name that the Egyptians called themselves, right? One of the names, right? Chem is Chem. Alright, so this is the different chemicals that works in our body, right? A certain number of them in a certain pattern. How many candles?
7.
Again?
7.
All right, 7 candles. The periodic table has how many periods? I gave you a hint already. 7 different periods, meaning 7 different layers. And each one of these layers represent a different color of the rainbow. Okay? This is the different chemicals in life that are classified according to how they operate and how they move and how they function. And they all stay in the line, and if they get out of line, they will not be what they are. They're supposed to always be in line to be the way they're supposed to be. Once anything that shifts out of line becomes something different. Periodic table of
Elements.
All right. Periodic table of elements. Alright. Over here now we have what's referred to as the power of 3. Each one of these single elements has 3 different components, hence the power of the Trinity. Trinity is referred to as tri. Tri is the same thing as tree. Now it depends on which language we're speaking, right? It could be something like tres. Tres sounds very much like 3. Could also be something like sos or sans, right? So 3. Each particle inside of the whole universe here that breaks down to a functioning unit that is observed by ones and ones who play that role, identify 3 particles: proton, neutron, and electron. Alright? So this is the power of the Trinity. Alright? And these are called elements. Here it is now that we have elements. These are the different parts of the elements. Element number 1 and element number 2 is the hydrogen and the helium. Number 1 is hydrogen. Number 2 is helium. Something interesting about this. Helios, right? And hydrogen, having to do with life, right? Together, they create this round thing. Right? This round thing. That's being rolled up together. It's a symbol. That's a symbol. Alright? That's a symbol. That's Keperah, was known as the scarab-faced god in the Egyptian religion. Right? It represents the rising and the moving of the morning what? Sun. Of the morning sun. Right? And is therefore known as the sun god. So he also represents the renewal of life. Right? This right here that is raising up is called dung. Anyone know what dung is? Dung is waste, right? Dung is like fertilizer. Dung is feces, right?
Doo-doo.
Thank you. Alright? So that's what he's rolling up. And that's supposed to represent a recycling and a renewal of the sun and a recycling of life and just the principle of a recycle. Alright? The sun. The sun, core gravitational forces create tremendous pressure and temperatures. But this has to do with what's going on with the winter solstice. It's the relationship of what's going on with the sun that's creating the weather condition outside. How is the weather condition outside?
Cold.
This has to do with relation to what's going on with the sun. That's the reason for this presentation. I must say this is orientation. Getting us in tune with reality. Like, why is it cold? Okay, it has to do with what's going on with the sun. Okay? Yeah. How far is the sun? What's the temperature? How hot is the sun?
Very hot.
Very hot. That's correct. 22 million degrees Fahrenheit. Whoever they measure it, do I know that? I don't know that. You just know like it's what? Very hot. Alright? Hydrogen and helium. Right? Are the atoms that are compressed and fused together creating what?
Heat.
Right. This process is called nuclear fusion. Now, meaning that out of all the elements in the universe, 2 elements is used to make the sun. Okay? Now, ones and ones study this. Now, 2, 1 and 2. 2 elements are used to put together and create the sun. When you put 1 and you put 2 together, that's 1 plus 2 is equal to?
3.
3. So the sun is a trinity. Okay? So trinity means, how would you say trinity in a different language? Anybody know to say 3 in a different language? Tres. That's in what language is that? Good. What language is that? Alright? Again? Shalosh. Which language is that? Again? In Hebrew. And in Hebrew too, huh? Good. Alright? So Shalosh is 3. Okay? The sun is made of this. How? Let's get this now. Question, quiz. how is scientifically, how is the sun a trinity?
The brightest thing.
Again?
The brightest thing.
Yes, yes, yes. How is the sun a trinity? Yes. Right. It's composed of hydrogen combined with helium. Hydrogen has one part, helium has two parts. Okay, and therefore, what's the name of it? It's called what?
Sun.
Shalosh. Alright, sun. Alright, thank you. Alright. Now, El is a general term for a deity in Semitic languages, as well as the name of the chief deity in the Westernites. In the ancient text from Ras Shamra. Okay? Ancient Ugarit in Syria. El was described as the titular head of the pantheon, alright, and the husband of Asher, and father of all of the other gods. Right? Now, El is written. These are the different ways it's written. Okay? L. It's actually the letter L up top, right? And it's very important. Alright? L. The God of Israel, L. There he erected an altar and called it El. L-O-E, Israel, El. That is God. The God of Israel, El. El, the God of your father. Alright? I am God. God of the fathers. No.
I am
Yes. Sleep.
sleeping.
Dream too. Alright? Now, here it is that we have what's referred to as atom. Also known as Tem. Or Tem-O. Was the first and most important ancient Egyptian god to be worshipped in Inu. On Anu. Heliopolis. Alright? Lower Egypt. Although in later times, Ra. Okay? Or Re. Rose in importance in the city and eclipsed him to some extent. Most important thing to recognize about this is that it's talking about what? What is the constant in all these pictures? You see, remember helium? Remember helium and hydrogen? You see this word? Helios. Heli means sun. Alright? So, Heliopolis, polis means city. Ra means red. You see? So these things have to do with the sun. Sir.
So what makes the moon?
Alright?
What makes the moon?
Yes. What makes the moon? I mean, they want to. Yeah, man.
The one up there, we get them like that.
Alright, give thanks.
Yeah, I heard.
You have a word.
I heard it's my name. I said this was seven.
Love it. I see that you can go alright.
Child and we come at this man when I'm over the place. There is somebody downstairs. There's a case of emergency. He's downstairs. But me, I have to go on my work.
See you now.
So deal with that, call it owner.
Gotcha. Manners. Respect. Alright.
Now what makes the moon?
What your question? Alright, good question. Don't lose the question. Alright?
Okay.
Now go run at you. I'm going to listen to what the man say. Alright? Bless it. Alright? Atom. Now, what I would like you to look at, you see this color? What color is this that he's sitting on? What colors are you recognize here, sir?
Brown. We
Okay.
can't see it properly.
Mm-hmm.
Brown. Blue.
Hmm?
Red.
Good. Very good. Alright? This is red, black, and green. These colors. Alright? This is red, black, and green. Now this is very, 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 very ancient. It's been around for many, many years. This is a teaching of Kemite. Alright? So now, run that track. Yeah. This is the name of who? Atta. The name is Atta. Alright? Yes.
I'll get back to you.
Wrong mix. Bless him. Yeah.
We're looking for full down of power.
Life Yeah. January, them tune and mash up the place, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, a big tune, man. January, that's all. Gladys Knight. Stevie Wonder. I could watch the boy there.
Yes. Yes, sir. Reach out to all people, you know. Yeah. All nice and decent people. Me and wife. Gladys Knight. Stevie Wonder. And a boy from England. Reach out to our true friends and friends, you know. Our family, brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles, nieces and nephews, your families and relatives. Yeah, man. Now it's time to unite and come together, you know. Yeah. You know, all those resources come together. Unity, strength of people. Unity is stirring. Unity is strength. Keep shining. Only you can always count on me. Right. One more time for you, man. Yes. God of tune is tune. Well, we know we just not America. I'm tuning and tearing the place. Walking at the gates. Yeah, man. Push up the place. Lead up, flat and grow. Voice and wonderful, voice and wonderful, Miss January, you know. And she will release on a family, you know. Yeah. So kind of like expression song. Show me a little bit about culture music. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on me. Stevie Wonder. Step up. Step up. Well, you came and opened me, and now there's so much more I see. And so by the way, I thank you. For the times when you were gone, when the close your eyes. Yes, sir. right side, to the side. Yeah. Yeah, man, for real, man. That music they can't go, no? So we take it from the top to the very last jump. Yeah, for you and yours. Yeah. All nice and decent people. Nice and one time this again, work, you know? Yeah. Nothing special song. The DJ Lafaro Congo. Yeah, Congo Lafaro. I want to do this, I dance this tune, I want to listen to the words. Listen. My words to live by. Too good. Someone by the rivers of Babylon. Someone by the rivers of Babylon.
By the rivers of Babylon, yes. Many rivers to cross.
Yes, yes, sir. Good job. How does I see you wonder? this is a man called Blue Ocean. Listen up.
I used to think that love was just a fairy tale.
Yeah, but you're wrong.
Until I first hello, until I first smile. But if I had to do it all again,
That's why you never feel it for yourself, you know?
I wouldn't change a thing. Cause this love is everlasting. Someday,
Right.
life has
Come on, take care of yourself. Protect your life on each other, you know? Yeah.
So when she does a number 2, then you just
Don't take life for granted, you know? Life can be fun. But it's not a time.
yeah, black expression. Yeah, black expression.
Yes, kings of the earth. Yes, people, I don't understand.
This before, now you're all I'm living for. Suddenly,
Now we have a move inside the program now. So that's why I'm going to take it down, take it down, take it down, take it down. Everyone wants to see. For a get forward to the future presentation. Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So the order they come and the order there.
Wow, you know.
One hand. Yes. Right. You know? So then I give thanks and praises. Yes. So then I move forward. I give thanks. And I was going to continue to move forward with this year. Yeah. So it is a joy and honor, to be here with ones and ones. So I'm going through a portion. Right, and this is very important because this is basic this is basic information in terms of being in tune with the reality in which we live. Alright, so good. Alright? So as I move forward, these are referred to as atoms. Alright? So for each one that, again, my turn.
One voice.
My turn. Give thanks. Yeah. Just see the purpose of what I would like to share and find an observation within this real life. So, in an encounter with the elements of the world, the elements of life, and then, it's a type of angel that like to pay homage and respect and reverence unto the true power, the power of truth, the power of right. So that is an objective. It's an objective. So here's it that I explained that on a basic level, on an atomic level, a single atom is a hydrogen, a single unit. Hydro having to do with the water, generating life. Then, when one of this becomes, it replicates and it becomes two. The same one thing split up, or it becomes two. Two of the same thing. And it becomes not a HE. This is just a name that's assigned to it because the Most High said He gives human beings the power to name things. But the idea is that there was the one thing. The one thing had how many parts to it? 3 major parts. Proton, neutron, and then electron. And we identify geometrically. That's why I give thanks and praises to Haile Selassie. Because Haile means power. We'll speak about that. See? We're going to speak about how Haile means power. Alright? And Selassie is the number of times that this same power replicates, manifests, or shows self-evident. It is what? Self-what? Evident. Not what I'm saying, not what I'm thinking. The only role I'm playing is saying, hey, look, I didn't make anything. Obvious. That's the point. Alright? So, number 2 is referred to as helium. Helium, that has to do with helium. Okay? Now, when 1 plus 2, it becomes what? 3. Right? So that's Silas. Now, now, look. This beetle, right? Keper. Ra. Keper Ra. Now, how many parts does this beetle have on his back? One, see, one, and then 1 and 2 equal to 3. Alright? 3 parts. Alright. Keper, Ra. And it's rolling something that's round, right? This look round, right? It's not making something straight. It's making something round. It's making it in the real world, in the real life. For thousands of years, millions, it's been making round things. Right?
Anybody pop Ultima? White Ultima? Double pop?
No one in here, no. No one general. Alright, bless. Alright. Now, this. Yeah. This is anthropomorphic pictograph of a power. Of a power. Right? It's not about somebody looking like this, like a real character. It's about a message. This is literature. It was how it's written. Alright? Yeah. Next one. So now here it is that this sun, right? Now, in the sun core, gravitational forces create tremendous pressure and temperatures. The temperature of the sun is this, in this layer, is about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. 15 million degrees in Celsius. Hydrogen atoms are compressed and fused together, creating helium. This process called nuclear fusion. As the gases heat up, atoms break apart into charged particles, turning the gas into plasma. These are real things that's happening. This is going on inside of each and every one of finite temple. Alright? This is what's going on all over. Alright, so here it is, and I spoke about El. The general term for a deity is Semitic languages, as well as the name of the chief, the highest deity of the West Semites. In the ancient text from Ras, Sham, Ra. It's the same place that is identified as some point in time as Ukar. At some other point in time, it's referred to as Syria. El was described as a tutelary head. You got that? And he married to Asher Ra. Now, what's important about this is that, and I spoke about atoms, those round scientific things that scientists explain to be reality that's observable in real life. Now, the ancient Kemites identified that the first Neter, God, power to evolve in creation. This is someone's view. I wasn't there. I was not there, right? Of course, we all know that, right? This is just what's written by some other human being's perception or account at some point in life, right? And this is what's written. Ahtem. Another name for Ahtem is Tem, also known as Tem-U, was the first and most important ancient Egyptian god to be worshipped in Hindu. Also, Hindu at some point is called An. At some other point in time, the same An is also called Hannu. Now, Heliopolis in Lower Egypt, also in later times, the same is referred to as Ra. So the same atom is the same power that's also identified as Ra. Rose in importance in a certain place, city, and eclipsed him to some extent. Okay, this is what's happening with this Ra or Atum is human beings competing their perception of the sun. I learned this now, you never knew that, now I know this, we're going to call it a different name. But the main point is Ra is talking about the sun. Atum is talking about the sun. It's more important to pay attention to natural nature and know what the difference is from a social construct. What somebody thinks or feels or how they think it should be. Okay? Right. Next. Here it is that the same atom, this is a picture of the sun. And the top is the same thing. You see the rays coming down? In this time, this particular king, right? And his family, right? He's here with his family. His name is Aten. Aken. Right? Aten. Aken. So this is where Aten, Aken, okay, and Nefer, Titi, alright, and the families are here. Looking up at the sun. Okay? So remember, that's what there's a common theme. The common theme is be mindful. Now, how important, because remember, there's an issue that came up about sun worshiping. There's a big issue between if you're not a good person because you're paying attention to the sun and what it does, or if you are, or if you get too caught up, or how far you go. But it's all worth looking into, right? The fact is, question, how important is the sun to our life force and our being? Anyone can explain? How important, what role does the sun play? One, first.
Very important.
Very important. Can I get an example of why it is very important? Let's say, John.
Provide vitamin C.
Provide vitamin C.
D.
D. Vitamin D as well. Okay,
No, it's vitamin D.
it's vitamin E.
D.
See, it's that vitamin D as in
Dog.
dog. Alright? Okay. Thank you.
Donkey.
Yes. Again?
Nothing, most things cannot live without the sun.
Most things cannot live without the sun. Okay. Zuriah.
It's the main renewable energy source, as well as it's the start of every food chain.
That's amazing. It's at the start of every food chain. That's why the name that the Egyptian called it was Keper Ra, which means that's the sun that's in the beginning. The beginning. Not even the sun that's all the way up there that's very dark. They paid so much attention to the sun that they gave the sun different names and different places where the sun is. Alright? Start off. Okay, so very important. Okay, this is a family basking in the sun. The name of this sun is called Aten. Say Aten. So Aten, that's where they get the name Attention. Who says attention?
Generals.
Generals. Very good.
Teachers.
Teachers. Very good. Anyone else?
Chef.
Right. So again, attention. Whenever I say attention, you see? Say attention. That has to do with what's going on here. He said that there is one God that powers through the sun, and so forth and so forth. Right? Listen. Attention is what the army and the military say, right? Attention, right? And when they're marching, they march up. What do they say? Right, left, what do they say? Left,
Right, left.
Alright, so which foot? Look at everybody over here. Which one is this? The right or the left? Which one is this?
Left.
Which one is this?
Right.
This one.
Left.
Okay, well let's look at the youth. What about this one? Okay? Yes.
I wanted to say is like, when God created earth,
Yes.
yeah, the first thing he created was he said let there be light, so he created the sun first.
Ah, great point. Great point. Great point. Alright? Life is important. Now, here it is. We spoke about atom, right? See this? Okay, see? How many? Count for me. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, these are 4 pairs, correct? Alright? This is 4 pairs, right? Alright, this is 4 pairs. So, you go back to our hands again. And we could see that we have 4 pairs of fingers, right? And 4 pairs of toes. Right, Christian?
Yes, we do.
Alright. So, what happened is that this is very important what I'm about to say. You see these 4 pairs? They're actually a pair. It's not just 4 individuals, it's 4 pairs. Alright? I would like to, this is important because we're talking about how interesting the fact that these things matter. Look, how many fingers here? 4. Do I have a pair over here for it?
Yes.
Yeah, how many of them?
4.
Okay. Do they look like they're like the same thing?
Yeah.
Okay, does this one look like them?
No.
Exactly, right? So you're right. It's 4 pairs. So these 4 pairs, they have a name. It's H and H. Then there's a T under it that's het. So this little thing that looks like a little small, it's a loaf of bread cut, right? It's a T. That means this is a male, this is a female. 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 There are 4 pairs. Okay? So it's very important. Now we're talking about how life comes into being, right? Is the consists of 4 pairs of male, female consort, meaning they go together and match as male and female. Males and females are to go together. Okay? The masculine power, the feminine power, when it's time to go together. Okay? At that right time. Each pair sharing the masculine and feminine versions of the same name. Nuna Nunet, Amuna Munet, Heket Heket, Het. The pairing of these gods and goddesses suggesting a fertile sexual relationship between them. Symbolism that was reflected in their embodied forms where 4 men, right, were often depicted with frog heads while their consorts, the women, were of snake heads. Meaning that they were mimicking what was going on in places where snakes and frogs dwell. Alright? Places where, what type of place? Okay, yeah, could be many places, right? But this is a place that becomes fertile. Alright? This is a place that is fertile. We're talking about fertile ground. That's why it's called a snake. What kind of animals are snakes? Amphibians, reptiles, what are they?
Reptiles.
Snakes are reptiles, right? What about frogs? What are they? Amphibian reptiles, what are they?
Amphibians.
Amphibians. Alright? Very important to keep in mind. These teachers are great. They teach so much in just one single word. Alright? This is where the word Ankh. You know the thing that is held in the hand? Ankh means life. This life is going to be created from these 8 elements. Every single thing on this planet except the sun, hydrogen and helium have to be wrapped up in the number 8 to be stable and to be identified as a noble. Alright? Now, Ankh. Amun, this is A. Nun, N, K, H. Right? This is the name of life. Oxygen. How important is oxygen? Again.
Very important.
Tell me something about oxygen.
That's what we use to breathe.
Exactly, right? And what number of element on the periodic table is oxygen? What number is it?
8.
Number 8. Remember what I said about 8? Remember, we have 4 pairs. Number 8 is very essential for our survival. So that's why it's called oxygen. Oxy means 8, gen means life. What does gen mean? Gen means life. Alright? The octet rule is a chemical rule of thumb that reflects the theory that main group elements tend to bond in such a way that each atom, say atom, has 8 electrons in its valence shell, SHELF, giving it the same electronic configuration as a noble gas. A noble gas is when, remember I said things about being resolved, about feeling comfortable in yourself. How important is feeling at peace within yourself? This is a great challenge. If any questions that I asked was never taken seriously, I would like for this question to be taken seriously. Alright? This is a question.
Ready.
How comfortable and at peace are you in yourself?
Not comfortable. I'm not at peace.
I am.
I'm not at peace. I'm not comfortable.
See,
I need to be comfortable. I need to be at peace.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Give thanks to the word, son.
For real.
Majesty. Love one another. All right? Give thanks to the word, son. You see, that is very important. In oneself means that you're able to stay in your mind and be contented without needing external stimulation for a certain given amount of time. Okay? Anyone think, can I get a response to what I just said?
For real.
Yes.
Can you say it again?
All right, I'll say it again. Being comfortable and being at peace within yourself means that you're able to stay within yourself for a certain fair amount of time without needing the need for external stimulation.
I was somebody say, but it makes sense. So I'm leaving. Nah, it makes sense. But yo, Rasta.
Yes.
Respect.
Love and honor.
I'm coming back.
Rasta.
Every day. Every minute, every hour. I need you guys.
I love you, man. Thank you
I
for
need
that
you guys to
song.
save me.
Thank you for that song.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you for that song. That matters a lot. That matters a lot. Thank you. Thank you. That's the
Just
thing.
came back. You see, I went somewhere. I came back here.
I sight.
Love.
Love and honor. Rastafari. Majesty. Again, I would like a response. Just a response. Like, remember, I said that this is the most important question I ask all day. Because none of these things, if you don't see how it matters to you or how it pertains to you, then you're wasting your time and I'm wasting your time. My goal is for each and every one of us to see how oxygen matters to my life and how the sun matters to my life. And it's not just a word that's being tossed around, but I can see and I get it. Okay? Alright? Okay. Well, any comments about what I said concerning being at peace within oneself?
Yeah, it's harder and harder for children these days to do that.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, because there's a lot of stimulation.
Okay.
It's harder for our children to do that.
Okay, and so it's good, so the parents got it all unlocked then, huh?
Yeah, well, we don't have it together either.
Oh, so neither of us got it unlocked.
Yeah,
Oh, so we all need to work on ourselves.
yes.
All right, fair enough. All right. So you see that. You see, that's a good parent. A lot of parents don't admit faults to kids, right? Just act like we got it all figured out, right? Okay. So, moving forward. So we got the idea with this. You see this right here? Look at this. Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and you see this right here? Halogens. They all glow. Right? Once you're in that 6th level, you have to be 7th level, you have to be transferred over to become a noble gas, you start to glow. Alright? Now, remember I said the number what? What number was I speaking about? Right? What number was I speaking about? Come sir, I would like to give you a hand up there. Come on. Out of the 4 pairs of fingers we have, I'd like for you to help. This right here, so I can move along. You know, click on to the next one. This button whenever I say this is down. Next slide. Alright. So this is the rainbow. And I explained that the rainbow has 7 different layers, and the periodic table that's going around the table of elements is on 7 different layers that coincide with what's going on with the rainbow. I said that. I also said that we did on the number 8, right? Which is the infinity sign, correct? Any resemblance to the sign of the infinity? Little resemblance, right? Alright, it may not, but listen what? What happened is that in the Bible, you saw the story of Noah. How many people were on the ark? It was 8 people that was on Noah's ark, right? Alright. And out of the 8 of them, how many were male and how many were female?
4.
4 pairs again, right? Thank you very much. I really appreciate your participation. Very much. Alright. So here it is that in Kemet, there's another story of, you see his name, this is Noah. Where's Noah? Must be the Noah, right? This is Nuh. So here it is that they're both ends. Alright? And you see this right here? If you turn the water around, the waves, that's how we make the letter N. See? Keep going. This is a shorter version of N. This is the modernized people who don't want to spend too much writing created this type of N. Before, the N was longer. Looked more like an M. And then the M was longer than the N. Alright? So, here it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? It's 4 pairs again. Alright? And this is from Kemet, and this has to do with the water. Does this story have anything to do with water? Yeah. Huh? Yeah. This story also has to do with water, and this story also has to do with water. Right? Okay, next one. Alright, remember the rainbow?
Yes.
Alright. So let's count. Count for me.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Alright. Now let's count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alright. Any difference?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the difference?
It is missing purple.
Alright.
They're missing yellow.
No, the yellow.
You got it. You got it. You got it. What happened is that purple, blue, and scarlet yarn. The purple is the royal color. The purple is the high color. Okay, that's like the color of what created the pioneer plant and the melanin. That's like, so what happened is that that's a high level. That's the highest level. So whoever created this, they have, it's a form of showing respect. Because they are not this. Right? Yeah. So this is not 7 because it doesn't have the purple level. You can't go up to the purple level. Right? Because the purple level is the highest. Okay, let's next one. Alright. This is also the time for what? Hanukkah, right? Alright, let's come. This is different. This one right here, if you notice, you see these together? This one is made different on all of them that's made. It's going to be made different. This one is called Shamash. Shamash is the one word that's used to identify the sun. There are a few words depending on what time period that's used to identify the sun. So you see how it keep on going back again to the sun. Different words. So we could either get distracted by the social aspect. This is why people argue and this is why people fight. But if we pay attention to the common focus, which is the sun, then we will be able to be in tune with nature. because the sun gives us life. For real. So, this is Hanukkah, correct? This is a Hanukkah candle. It's called NaChayah. Alright? This is called a Hanukkah. What is this called? A what? A Hanukkah. Alright. So for Hanukkah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Alright? This one, a shamash, is used to light the others. Okay? This is not supposed to be used to light the others. This one's a shamash. Shamash means sun. Also could be identified as Shems or Utu. Okay? So we're still talking about the same what? Sun. Okay? This, and what holiday is this? Hanukkah. Alright? How many days should Hanukkah be celebrated for? 8 days. Alright? It's given commemoration to something. The amount of nerves that separate our head from our body here is how many nerves? Let's see if we're on a rhythm. 8 nerves. The amount of nerves that's between here, that's in our neck, that is connecting our head to our body. Right? Now, this is called a Sukkot. Right? It's a temple of feast that's supposed to be used at certain seasons. This takes place at the beginning of the year. This happens around not the winter solstice, but more around the equinox. Okay, so this is going to happen around autumn. This is going to happen like around September or early November. Alright? Sukkot. And it's celebrated for how many days? 8 days. Next one. Alright. Okay, so here is it, that this is where we are. We did the winter solstice. This was done earlier. I'm not going to go over it. Next one. Alright? Now, very important. Very, very important. Here it is. We have what's called, see, December. This is where we were. This was done earlier. In other words, the focus of this is the sun. Outside is the way it is because of how this earth is tilted away from the sun. Tilted away from the sun. Alright? Next. Yeah, give me that. This one. Right. Very important. I'm not sure if I'm going to have another slide. Now, when is Independence Day in the United States of America? When? July 4th, right? You ready? This is a very important one. We're in the United States, right? Now, on Independence Day in the United States, that is when it has a name. It's called Affiliation. Okay? Afel or Affiliation. What is Affiliation? Affiliation, right? On July 4th, in between the 4th and the 5th, that's when the earth is the furthest away from the sun in distance. Now, you see how cold it is? It's not cold now because of how far. This is in the Most High is very, very interesting, right? Would you think that the earth is furthest away from the sun now because it's cold, right?
No. No.
Who said no? Why?
The further the planet is, the hotter it is.
The further it is, the hotter it is?
Yeah.
Explain.
The closest planet to the sun, I forgot what it means.
Mercury.
It's the coldest planet.
What?
Yeah. So if you're closer to the sun, it's colder. If you're farther away from the sun, it's hotter.
I disagree.
How do you disagree?
Who else disagrees?
You can't disagree. You learn.
I tend to go agree with Jana.
Like literally, you
So
learn
what
in
you're trying to
school.
tell me is the closer you are to the sun,
You
the
know,
colder your
the
planet.
closer you are closer to the sun,
hotter it
yes.
Nah, yeah, so what you telling me is also
The cloth,
the
yeah,
farthest
the
planet,
cloth
Pluto
there
is
again.
the
Yeah,
longest planet.
yeah. Look it up.
Nah.
Yeah, no, listen, this is a time in which she's correct. Look it up right now. For real. So we could get that, please. For real. That's how we do it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That's what's interesting about it. Alright, so thank you very much for sharing that, right? But I still don't know because I'm still learning, so I'm not a know-it-all because I'm saying. Each one of us is going to take turn and share and teach what a little bit that we do know, right? So what's happened is that the earth is tilted away from the sun and we are in the northern hemisphere, that's why it's cold. But the earth is positionally closest to the sun. It's closer to the sun even though it's so cold. This is the closest that the earth is going to be getting to the sun for the year. Again?
It says Neptune is the coldest planet.
Okay, Neptune is the coldest planet.
Pluto is not considered a planet anymore.
Right.
Pluto is the coldest planet.
So Neptune
Pluto is a dwarf planet. It's not considered a planet anymore.
It could be decided. It's still a planet.
Not you. You never know a possibility. It's not a planet.
Then it says Pluto is
Alright, just know this. Pluto is the coldest planet. That may be the Pluto is the coldest planet. That may just be the know.
Okay,
But whatever.
so
The
remember.
furthest planet from the sun is the coldest.
No.
Alright.
The planet further from the sun is the coldest one. No, the planet closest to the sun is hotter. The one further, way far from the sun is the hottest. No, you never heard. No,
Pluto is the coldest planet.
Alright.
the planet
So, good.
closest to the sun
Alright,
is
so
cold.
that's worth, right? Spending some time in researching, right? So, but listen to this though. What I would like for us to see now, we're in America. And on July 4th, for some reason, that's when the sun is furthest, so the earth is furthest away from the sun.
It got legs and walks.
Right. Okay? So let's be mindful of that, okay? Next one. Alright. What do we have here? This is the
Tree.
that's a pine tree, Christmas tree. Spoke a little bit on the pine cone. Remember, this is a symbol. It's a symbol that what? This tree lasts a long time. It can survive, right? Alright. It's a pine. It's a cone. If you notice, it doesn't matter which country you're in, really, unless, I don't know, but usually this is what a Christmas tree looks like, right?
No.
And here it is. This is also a Christmas tree, right?
No.
What colors are these?
Red.
And
Green.
remember the throne that I was telling you about earlier to look at? You're going to observe that these colors are very, very constant. All right, next. What colors are these? These are called the Christmas colors. What are the Christmas colors?
Red, green, and gold.
Yes. All right? Now, this is something that's very important to pay attention to. Okay? What are the colors of the Christmas colors? Red, gold, green.
And sometimes white.
And exactly. And sometimes black too. And sometimes they'll even put blue in there. Yes? But what I would like for you to know, these are the primary main Christmas colors.
Gold, silver, and red.
Yes, they put silver in there. Silver is a metallic finish, right? That goes along with the white. Alright? But these are which one? Listen to the words I'm saying. It doesn't mean that there's not other colors. But these are the what? The main color.
A primary.
Primary. Thank you. Next. You see? This is a what is
Candy
it?
cane.
It's a candy cane, right?
Can I have candy?
Now this candy cane is a symbol. A symbol of what?
A symbol to God.
Alright?
A symbol to the Christian God.
Yes, exactly. Lovely. Alright, anyone else? This. This is actually a letter. This is an Egyptian letter. Alright? It's the letter what? It's the letter S. Okay? It's the letter S. And what happens is this letter, alright, is also used for the shepherd. No, shepherd is two words. It's a shep and a what? A herd. What is a herd? Right, a collection of sheep together or a goat is called a herd. So the shepherd is the one that leads the herd. So he's really called a what? Shep. That's his name, a shep. So shep is going to be those that follows Heru. That's what that word is not just for anybody. It's for a particular order, a particular family. That's where it comes from. Those that follow horse, a shepherd. And what is this right here? This is a right. Anyone else? This is also a good. This is a Christmas hat.
The corn.
The corn. I don't celebrate Christmas for years because we born Christmas. Because of the commercialism, because of nothing that go along with it. But what I am looking at is the symbols that are there. Looking at them and observing them. This is a triangle. Next one.
That's all of them. There you go.
The ancient Egyptians themselves, their country was simply known as Kemet. Alright? Remember we did the atomic table with the chemicals earlier? To the ancient Egyptians, what's the name of their country? Come on, let's go. Work to me so we can finish our come out yourself. Kemet. Alright, which means black land. So named for the rich, dark soil along the Nile River where the first settlement began. Where humans first begin, the soil, the dirt was what color? Black. And because it was black, they call it what?
Black land.
Right, black land. And the name they use is Kemet. Kemet is the same as the chemical.
I have a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
If the word called black land, are all the people black?
Yes.
Okay. So, black. Black is when everything comes together. That's why this candle is this is real science. What's the name of this candle?
Black candle.
The black candle. In another language, Swahili, it's called umoja. Umoja. So umoja means together, unity and one. The only way to make black is if everything comes together. When it separates, it's not black anymore. Okay? You got that, right? Yeah. So the soil was rich because all the nutrients and everything come together and make oneness.
Black.
There you go. Locally and within Africa, Egypt is known as Misr or Misr. Because that's the true name of the land from the ancient times. Misr means the land of Mitzrayim, the son of the biblical Ham. Ham is the same thing as Chem. Chem is the same thing as Ham. Ham is the same thing as chemical. Which is why Egypt also used to be known as the land of Ham. That's the land of Ham.
If it was called a land of Ham, where's the Ham?
Good question. I and I is the ham.
Where's
Okay?
the ham?
The ham is here because let me look for a little block. Right? You're very rich in melanin concentrate, black soil. You have a lot of it. That's why you're like this. You are full of so much life. You're the most liveliest one here. You're full of life. You are the ham, the black richness. Rich. Alright?
So
Now,
have a ham.
you are the ham. Now, remember, at Christmas, what do we say? Happy, Merry what? Merry Christmas and?
Happy New Year.
Okay. Happy, this is happy.
That does not mean that happy.
What is his name? What did I say? I learned that his name is? Happy. Happy is the name of the river Nile. You heard of the river Nile?
Yeah.
Okay. The people that lived there, they had a name for it. What was the name that they called it? Happy. Happy. That's the name of it. They call it happy. Right? As a water god, happy was the deity was fertility. He provided water, food, and the yearly inundation of the Nile. He was also known as the Lord of the fishes and the birds and the marshes, indicating that he provided these creatures to the Egyptians along with the Nile itself. Next one. This is happy. Alright? This right here is what is used for a yearly stick. Alright?
So
Measurement
that's
set.
what it looks like.
Again?
That's what it looks like.
This is a picture that's telling a story. This is called literature. The word that is used in this language for God is nature. Is what?
Nature.
Nature. Meaning that, if you notice, I didn't say that this was a man. What did I say that this was what? Yeah, this is water.
Water.
Yeah, this is water. Alright? And which water is it? The Nile itself. This is, they're very artistic, so they express themselves using characters, anthropomorphic expression. Alright, next. Ta-Mary. You see? Ta-Ma-Ri. Alright, come. So the same stick. Alright? Now, Kemet and Tamari. Tamari means beloved land. What's the name of Jesus' mom?
Mary.
Alright? Mary. Alright? The land of Mary. Next. Now, what does this say? Mess. Alright, let's see what about the just look at this one. You ready?
I can't see it.
You can't see that one, right?
Can I come close?
Maybe if you go
It says Christmas Kara Sar.
Yes.
Sar.
See? Christmas. Ka-ra-sa-mas. Okay?
Okay.
Christmas.
The only thing I see is just red.
Alright, I got you. Thank you for letting me know that. I'll fix that. Alright? Christmas. Meaning that this word, you say the Christmas, mass, mess, miss. This word means mass. When you say Christmas, it's two words. It's Chris and mass. This means to be born. The word Christmas, mass means to be born. And the word Chris, sit here, ka-ras. It means the spirit of the Son is reborn.
What is that song?
Heat. The heat from it.
Oh, a radiator?
Yeah, the radiator.
Alright.
Alright?
Continue now.
Thank you. Christmas is an Egyptian word. Ka, ra, sa, ma. Mas or mess. Alright? It's the rebirth of the spirit of the Son. Alright? Next one. Alright. Next one. Alright, so here is it. The ancient Egyptian had several calendar systems to place for the possible time. A lunar calendar, a civil calendar, possible a solar calendar like us. The Egyptian civil calendar divided up into the solar year, which is rented into 12 months, but each month, alright, added consistency of a standard of 30 days, end up equaling to 360 days until you happen to the next year after. This is how the word year is written out right now. The reason why I'm saying that is, remember, the reason why I'm saying that is because we say what? Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. All those are Egyptian words, every single one of them. Merry Christmas and Happy and New. All of them. Alright? Next one. Alright? This is telling us about how we involve in the calendar and the date of what's going on right now. Okay? Why right now?
There's a few differences.
Yes.
You know that today is like on the side, left side, and some of the calendars we will have today and have on top.
Yeah.
Egyptians, they have their name at the side and the date or the event that they do. So causing that, for years past, there have been called the changing the faces of the names and dates. And also the events. So they put everything on there so know which event for each country and there.
Right. Thank you for sharing that, okay? I appreciate that. Thank you. Now, today, the Coptic Orthodox community, one of the several minorities that even celebrate the beginning of the year in the year 1732, on the Coptic calendar. Anno Marti Roma, that's the era of the Marti, the Coptic New Year. Now you know it's celebrated on September 11th on the Gregorian calendar, except for the year that's preceding a year when it is celebrated on September 12th. Alright, so what I would like to say, indeed, right now is the year 2022. In the Coptic calendar is the year 1732. Right? Different year. In Ethiopia, right, it's a different year. It's 7 to 8 years forward, going back the next year. Alright? Alright, next one. Voila. Alright? These are the changing of the calendars that took place while there's two different classes. Remember earlier, Mama Janet said that December 25th is not the day that is Jesus' birthday, right? So here's it that this is addressing that same issue, wherein there will be on January 7th another Christmas celebration. On January 7th there's going to be another celebration. Alright, so there's going to be an event at 744 North Strand Avenue, okay, where there's going to be a celebration celebrating Christmas. Right? So Christmas is being celebrated differently by different people, social society, and how they perceive the dates. So just to let you know. Now, why did this happen? There's a difference of 11 days that was calculated as to when Jesus was born, and different time. So we just want to keep that in mind, not too much. Just to know that there are differences as to when Christmas is, meaning when Jesus was born, as well as how are we going to pay attention to the Son itself, but yet still talk about the Jesus as a legend or as a character or as a person, or are we just going to be talking about the Son that is in the sky and that's it, and we're not talking about somebody else, or are we? Alright? Now, next one. The Ethiopian calendar is also called the Coptic calendar. The Ethiopians receive the calendar from the Coptics, which is the Egyptian calendar, which is the oldest and the most ancient calendar that is on the planet. Alright? Over what? 6,000, 7,000 years of keeping records of the sun and the moon and the stars. Still active. Even there's also a Sumerian calendar. Alright? The year starts when? September 11th. Alright? Next one. Alright. Thank you very much, ladies. I'm going to wrap it up right now. Alright? And making sure that we build another thing that we can bring forward more learning. Alright? For the youth them. And still, don't do too much all at once, especially within this year either. Alright? So, here it is, right? September 11th, right? Mm-hmm. Alright? Just want to put a point. Alright, boom. See this? George Washington also was referred to as the patriot. George Washington is one of the patriots. Want to keep that in mind. Okay? Now, what happened is that anybody know what this picture is? 9/11. Alright? So in the 9/11, okay, in the 9/11, same time as the Ethiopian New Year, same time as the Egyptian New Year. Alright, that's when there was a bombing. Alright, that's when there was a bombing in a World Trade Center. Alright? So just want to keep in mind, sir, at these different times in September 11th, okay, that certain things take place alongside, that there are alignments and not just coincidences, but there are certain things that take place within this time. Alright? Talk forward on that. Alright? So what happened is that there, as a result of the bombing that took place, there was a thing we call the Patriot Acts. Alright? And moving forward, we have to know so that at this time, this is when this calendar was established that is being used. The same Coptic calendar is a very important calendar that must be known and must be understood. Alright? Because it's being used. Alright? And it's very, very important. Alright? So we must know it. Alright? Here is it. Okay? These are the names of that's on the Coptic calendar, Egyptian calendar. Alright? Moving forward. Alright. Now, here is it that in a certain time period, this is the Roman Empire. Remember we spoke earlier about Jesus Christ? Remember we spoke about Jesus Christ?
Jesus Christ, Joseph, and Mary.
And who was trying to kill them?
I do not know.
Oh, we read that earlier. Remember Aaron?
This is my guess. The king of Islam?
Of?
Of Islam?
The king of the Romans, right?
The Roman Empire?
Yeah, the Roman Empire. When I say the Romans, remember we just read, I have to, listen, this is an orientation. We just spoke about all these things. Alright, I'm going to wrap it up right now because the sister is best if we just wrap it up. Come, let's go. Let me talk about the next piece. Ready? The Roman Empire, what did the Roman Empire do? They attack, right? They attack Christ, right?
Yes.
As soon as he was born.
And tried to kill him.
And tried to kill him. And they had to flee into Egypt. Alright. Here's it that this Roman Empire, same Roman Empire, alright, they're going to come again and they're going to do the same thing again. Alright?
Yeah, Mary and Joseph flee to Egypt.
Again?
Now you come like him confused, so now tell them to Mary and Joseph did flee to Egypt.
Yeah. Alright.
The coin.
The what?
The coin.
Exactly. You see this now? Where is this located? Anybody know what this sign is?
The Egypt. Or should I say the Illuminati?
Full of knowledge, man.
Yeah, exactly.
The Illuminati.
Alright, exactly. Alright, so here's it. Remember, this is on the dollar bill, right? It's a note, right? And here's it that, remember we said that the Romans attacked Christ at his birth.
When he was born.
As soon as he was born, that one killed man that flee down to Egypt. Now look, this what does it say? Unknown it. What does it say?
10.
Yes. Again?
10.
Coptic.
Oh, Coptic.
Yeah, Coptics. Alright?
Continue.
Yes. Unknown Coptics. So this same Coptic, okay, what does it also say here? So Novos. Ordo. Secular. Alright? So we want to keep in mind that this is America. Remember I said it? There's something interesting about America. 4th of July, what is the relationship between the 4th of July and the sun?
Furthest point.
That's right. That's right. On the 4th of July, that's when the earth and the sun is at its furthest point.
So wait though.
Yeah.
They are rolling
You kind of a little bit confusing because
Again?
so what's the correlation to the winter solstice and the distance from the sun? You probably
Okay.
covered that already.
Yes, the winter solstice is that this is when the earth is closest to the sun. That's the relationship. In distance.
So then where's the sun pointing to? Where's
You're smart, you're a thinker. What happened is that the earth is tilted away. Tilt. Not distance. Tilt. It's tilted 23.5 degrees. 23 and a half
So
degrees.
that's what?
Tilted.
So that means that there's a point on the earth where
There's a?
There's a point on the earth where the sun is closest to, right?
Closest to. Right now, yes.
No.
Oh, you mean, yes, in the equator. Equators.
Equator, the core.
And equators, yeah.
So then, would that
It
mean
tilts
that?
away from the equator.
Huh?
Tilts away from the equator.
It tilts away from the sun.
I have a question.
What he's asking is the nearest part of the earth to the sun.
Equator.
And I think you're right.
Okay? Well, I prayed it. In terms of position, the South Pole. Yes, the South Pole. The North Pole is the furthest away. Right now it's just pure darkness. I take it to a land where there's only night. It's only night in Alaska right now. There's no day. It will not be day in 5 hours. It will not be day in 15 hours. It will just be night. And in the South Pole, it will not be night. It will only be day.
Day for 3 weeks and then night.
Try more like months.
Months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright? So it's good to know this relationship of the planet that we're on. The vehicle. You see, what I'm saying, I've learned. Instead of saying, put your phone down, which you gotta do because it's damaging your pineal gland, you can't use too much of it, it will calcify you. But use your phone to learn. Use it for the information that you can get off of it, what you could learn, what you could use to improve yourself. Don't just use it for just the entertainment and the funniness and the learn. Use it to learn. Alright? And still stay away from it because you have to be at peace within your own self, your own mind, without needing constant stimulation. Alright? Now, numbers. Remember, everything here is the number 13. Alright? Next. Alright? George Washington. What is this right? This is a picture of?
The map.
Right, the map.
The map.
The map. This is Washington, D.C. It's built and modeled off of the country of Egypt. Alright? Oh, there's one thing. There was a reason why I had that slide. There was a reason why I had this slide. The primary reason why I put this slide up. Okay? Remember I said that the Romans attacked Christ
Once he was born.
as soon as he was born. Alright? I'll show you something that happened earlier. Quick moment. This was never on the dollar bill until the Roman attacked Ethiopia in 1935. Illuminati. When this went on the dollar bill, the same time that the Romans attacked Ethiopia. Again, attacked Ethiopia. The moment that they attacked Ethiopia, this went on to the $1 bill. And it's still there. In the year 19 what? 35.
It's still there.
It's still there, 1935.
Do you have a coin?
I can show you the coins. There's stuff on the coins too. There's stuff on the dollar bill. What's important is that a lot of people don't pay attention to that and it doesn't mean anything to them. But I'm saying to us, I and I, let it mean something to us. Let it mean something to how we deal with each other. And as a matter of fact, I know that it does because that's why each and every one of us is still here. Shine, you're saying?
You said something about 13, but then I realized you said something about the calendar.
Sure.
And how it's like weird.
Yeah.
And on the back it has 13 and like
Oh, give thanks. Alright? So, now an example. Shadow, I'm gonna continue saying on the flag it has what?
13 stars.
It has what?
13 stars.
13 stars, huh?
No, 13 stripes.
13 stripes. You mean like this? This is 13 stripes in addition to what you're saying. Thank you. Very good observation. 13 stripes. Alright? And it has how many stars?
51
50? Yeah? How much? 50, right? 50. 50. Now remember, all of this I'm trying to get to, and you know what I'm loving? You are very encouraging because that's very important. That's why a woman, as a female, remember I said to you in the creation that it was a male and a female that came together. 4 pairs, okay? And I'm said to 8 females, the number 13 is very important because that number represents female, feminine. Alright? Very important. Alright? Now, as Shiloh said, this is 13 feathers, 13 berries, 13 leaves, 13 stars, and 13 letters. You count all these letters in here, it will be 13. Remember when I was talking about when the Bible was initially, when I was reading and it kept on saying 14, 14, 14? Right? Remember that?
Yeah.
Alright. Remember that, right? What year did I say that this went on to the money? 1935. 1935. Out of it. Okay? Now, what year did the Romans attack Ethiopia?
September 12.
The year.
Oh, is that the year?
The year.
Alright. 1777.
1777. September, you paying attention. Let me help you. September 11, which is 9/11, in the year 1777, that's when the British attacked America to fight against George Washington. This man right here. You see that? I want you to pay, look, this man right here. He was attacked on when? 9 what? 11. Say that. 9/11.
9/11.
Yeah, he was attacked on September 11. This man right here was attacked. His country was attacked by the British. Well, it was the British country at that point. Okay? Yeah.
Why does all the fuel truck, gas truck, carry that symbol?
That's a very good, because the people, tell me what his name again, Warren, the what?
Illuminati.
Alright. They now are the ones that are most interested in gas and fuel. They control that. That's one of the biggest money-making thing right now as soon as COVID came in and they give people a little bit of money and then they find a way of everybody just sit downstairs and pay $4 and $5 for gas when people never used to pay that for gas.
Right.
Yes. What about that? We can't get into that. Alright? So good observation. Alright? So remember, what year, this is important, this is a takeaway. What year did this go on to the money? This money. What year did this print this on? What year? 1930? 1930? 1935. What year did the Romans, the Italian, attack Emperor Haile Selassie? In the year 1935. Alright, next one. Alright, next. Thank you. Next. Egypt. This is the capital. This is the capital of the United States of America. This is the what?
Capital.
This is, as a matter of fact, this building over here, so it's called the what? Capital building.
Capital?
Yeah, it's a capital building, I think. And it is, and these are all Egyptian stuff, right?
Yep.
These are all Egyptian stuff in the capital of the United States of America. And it's Egyptian stuff that is on the money, right?
Yes.
Right. Very important. Alright? Right. I explained that quick. Remember what I said? Did I say that the word Coptic is on here?
Yes.
I said that, right?
Yes.
Coptic is on here. What is Coptic? Remember, if you want to call the cops, what number do you dial?
911.
911 if you're in America. What about if you're in Jamaica? What do you dial?
119.
119. Why is that? Because the 9 represents the month and the 11 represents the day. So that's why it is September what?
11.
And And that's what you're going to call the what?
Holy.
Yes, which is also called the cup.
The cup.
The cups. Alright? That is who is in charge. The Coptics, they rule and they reign from an Egyptian seat. The power, they use Egyptian powers to control. That's why there's an Egyptian thing here. So, alright? So let's be mindful of this. Because, you know, I just want to get this straight. They're using our own science against us. So I'm not saying what I'm saying, but now we start to, like for me, you know what, I have no Christmas. Because I'm abundant.
Yes.
But here what happened? Christmas is our thing. Christmas is an Egyptian celebration of how the earth and the sun are moving with each other in a relation. Alright? Yes. Go on. So COVID-19. COVID-19. What year did COVID-19 happen? It's called COVID-19 because it happened at the year what?
2019.
2019, right? But on the Coptic calendar, it wasn't 2019. It was the year what?
2012.
2012. Alright? There's a Coptic calendar. This is a Coptic. Is the word Coptic written on here? Yes, it's in the seal. The word Coptic is here. Coptic is an Egyptian. But you know what kind of Egyptian it is? It is not an Egyptian. It is a Roman Egyptian. It is a wolf in a sheep clothing. Alright. So in 2012, in the year 2012, the calendars then said that the years, that the world or the ages is going to come to a big change, right? And that happened because since COVID come in, a lot of things changed. It hasn't been the same again, correct?
Correct.
Alright. Earlier I'm going to show a slide there. The youth them younger, but I and I who have a more age will notice that from 9/11, from September 9, remember they said, don't remember, every year you will see it come up again next year. At September 11, they're going to be reading off the names of all the people that were sacrificed. So they're going to keep on commemorating their names and reading those names as a ritual on September 11th every year. Alright? And I explained that. You see this? In the year 2000, see this is how much, see that? In the year 2012, that's on the Coptic calendar. Let's slide down a little bit. Next one, sorry. Next. Alright. One moment. You see this right here, son?
End of the world.
In 2012. That was a big thing that was said and was done. That the earth should finish. They made a lot of movies about it. You could go look at the movies then, right? They make a lot of movies saying that the world was going to end in the year 2012. It was the year 2019 on this calendar that we were using. But it was the year 2012 on the what? Coptic Egyptian calendar. Somebody can just use your phones. I just put in what year is it in Ethiopia now. So I just do the year now in Ethiopia, right now. So there are more than one calendars. So you have to be careful of the times. And be mindful and be oriented. And know that there are entities and powers that are trying to take away your power and your attention. Yes, China.
2015.
Again?
2015.
2015.
Okay, 2015, 2014.
7 years.
Alright? Yeah. So the point is, it's not 2022, right? It's not. Right now, the people in Ethiopia are not saying, hey, what's up, I'm going to see you. Today is such and such. 2022, they're not saying that. They're saying today is what year?
2015.
They're using a different calendar. Alright? A different calendar system. 7 months, okay? As well as 11 days difference, which now become like about 9 days difference. Alright? So next one. That's prophecy. As soon as 9/11 happened in the year 2001, people were what? What they put on? People were not allowed to talk how they feel. I want you to listen That's why it's very important when people don't allow you to speak. Express. When in 9/11/2001, when the country was attacked, all right, this is when it was okay for the government or whoever to be able to get any information they want from you, and you cannot stop them anymore. They could bug your phone, bug your TV, they could bug your bank account, they could bug anything they want to see and to hear anything in your life after this, when this happened in 9/11, the Patriot Act. In other words, now you have no privacy. You think that you're listening on your phone and you don't know that somebody's actually listening to all your conversations on the phone. You think you're watching television, but you don't know that there's somebody watching you through the television. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes, I understand.
So we're okay with this, right?
Yeah.
Or are we not okay with that?
We're okay.
Alright, so that's what happened, 2001. Alright, that's the Patriot Act. Next one. Now, this is a picture of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I.
He's a kid?
Exactly. A real human being that was born, came from a mother, and became a man.
For a few seconds, he already
So, what's interesting is that in 1896, Ethiopia defeated, Italian colonial army in a battle of what's called the Battle of Adwa. This is when the Romans was attacking Ethiopia. This is it now. This is my wrapping up story. This is my taking away story now. Alright? This is it. We're sealing it up now. We're bringing it down. Bringing it down. How is this all relevant?
Pretty good.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. This has to do in relationship to the sun that's in the sky. We are natural people. And if we're not people, then we're not guys. If we don't realize that we have to be in tune with the nature that is around us. Because remember, now look at it, since the phone come in, right? Do people pay more attention to their environment, or do people pay less attention to their environment? People in general. Again?
Less, because of distraction.
Less, right? So now all this is going to go into virtual reality and making people all different type of cyborgs or whatever. But just be mindful. My objective is to say to each and every one of you and I, be comfortable within oneself. Learn how to be comfortable within oneself. Don't always need an external stimulation. It could be whatever it is.